What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk, brought to you by me, inspired by my man Chili. Actually, this one today is kind of inspired by a lot of you guys. I've had a bunch of people ask me to talk about the solar eclipse that's coming up, I guess tomorrow, right? Yeah, I've heard about it. I've had you guys ask me in the comments. I've had people out in town ask me to do a truck talk on it. It's interesting to me, man, because these things aren't apparently all that rare. If you guys don't remember, we had one just back in 2017, and they're predicting another one will be coming in like 2044 or something. So it's not that rare, but it's strange that everybody is freaked out and kind of worked up about this thing. Maybe not everybody, but a lot of people are. And it's interesting to me. I think people are really on edge right now, because it is we're anticipating a crazy year with the election. When nature and the heavens begin to do weird things, yeah, it just pushes people a little further onto the edge. It makes them realize how small and insignificant and out of control we are. So maybe that's what it is. I have noticed that this is kind of, at least from what I've seen, that this is kind of coinciding with an increased number of earthquakes in various places all over the world, which is another interesting thing that begins to kind of make people maybe a little perplexed, like, oh, what's going on? Could our government be doing this? First of all, no, your government's not causing earthquakes and eclipses. If all of this stuff that's happening right now has anything to do with some sort of Armageddon, last days, doomsday, whatever you want to call it, well, it's being caused by powers that are way, way more powerful than your piddly evil government. All right? So your government ain't causing it. Could this be something that is a sign for the United States? Could it be part of kind of the last days in the earth, where the earth, according to the Bible, begins to convulse? The Bible calls it like a birth pangs, right? Yeah, could be that. Could be the beginning of that. Who knows? It's interesting to me. The Bible does say that the heavens were created for signs, right? It's interesting to me that there was a total solar eclipse on the day that Jesus was crucified. That's recorded in the Bible. It lasted about 3 hours. I think this one coming up tomorrow is going to last about 2.5 hours. Yeah, there is going to be a time coming where there's going to be some crazy stuff happening very frequently in the heavens and here on the earth. All things will be shaken as this world begins to go into convulsions there at the end of the age. I don't know if that's this or not. Here's an example. This is in Luke. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun." This is Jesus. "There shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars. And upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity." Interesting that he says it that way. "The sea and the waves will be roaring, men's hearts failing them, for fear of looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken." I believe that personally. I believe that our nation is first in line for judgment, for abandoning God, the creator of the universe, for mocking him. I believe the entire world is getting ready for that judgment. Table set. So, Keep an eye out when you start seeing weird things in the sky very often. Earthquakes start happening all over the place. The sea and the waves are raging. The nations are in distress with perplexity, meaning you just can't quite make sense of it. When all that stuff starts happening, when you see these things begin to come to pass, look up, lift your heads, for your redemption draws near. At least if you accept Jesus for who he is. Did you know you're an eternal being? And as an eternal being, you have two choices. You can spend your eternity in damnation in hell, or you can spend your eternity with your Creator who loves you. Up to you. Love you guys. Enough said.